Welcome back, beautiful people. How we all doing today? For those of you returning for another one of my videos, I want to say thank you. Very, very, very much appreciated. And for those of you who are new to my videos, I'd like to say thank you and welcome. This is Skelly by Nature. I am Skelly, and here we do things all pertaining to nature. So, after making my shampoo video, I got multiple requests for a couple different things. So first off, a lot of people ask for a conditioner to go with the shampoo, which I will say I do have that in the works. I've already created something. I'm using it as well as a few other people. So we're testing it out right now to see how it goes, so stay tuned. The next video might be that. But today's video, we're going to really focus on something that a lot of people ask me about, and that's a natural shampoo for our dogs. And so that's what we're going to be doing today, or that's what I'm going to be doing today. So Bobo and Mookie, his best friend, are going to show you how to nap. And we got the baby here. You going to say hi, Hades? So this is Hades, the baby. He's only 15 weeks right now. So he's going to show you how to irritate people and other dogs. So the first thing that we're going to do that you're going to need is obviously an empty bottle. If you're going to be making a dog shampoo, I suggest using a spray bottle. The reason you want to use a spray bottle is because when we make this shampoo, what you're going to want to do is you're going to wash your dog, you're going to wet your dog down, you're going to get them wet, then you're going to spray in the shampoo. What you're going to want to do is lather it up, give them, scrub them right down, and then let this sit in for a few minutes. I do about 5-10 minutes. If you can get away with 10 minutes, that's best. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wash it out. So that's how we're going to do this, okay? So that's why I suggest a spray bottle. If you don't have a spray bottle, that's fine. You can use a regular bottle, just put it in, put it on, whatever. As long as it gets on their coat and you're able to spread it around, that's all we really need to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys, again, the same way that I did the human shampoo. I'm going to show you the base of this first. And so if you want to customize this a little bit better for your dog, whether your dog has dry skin or you got an older dog or a dog with oily hair, or if you want to even add a couple things in, for instance, I'm going to be doing a piece where I'm going to be using it as a anti-flea or a flea med. It could also be used if your dog does have fleas. It's one way of washing the fleas out. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our bottle. As you see, I've got an empty bottle here, and we're going to take our funnel. We're just going to place our funnel in here. Now, the first piece that I'm going to add to this is I'm going to be adding a 1/4 cup of Dawn detergent. You want to use Dawn. It's probably one of the better of the natural products, and it's widely used throughout the animal world whenever there's oil spills and things like that, because it is the cleanest, it is more natural, and it does the best job of what it does is it helps cut through the grease and dirt on your dog's hair and skin, as well as it washes away any extra oils that are on your dog's skin and hair. So the first thing that we're going to do is I usually always add in the Dawn detergent first, because it does kind of get all over the place. And then, so that's a 1/4 cup of Dawn detergent. If you're dealing with a puppy, you can substitute the Dawn detergent for like a really like a baby shampoo if you want to do that, if that's something you're a little worried about. I've used this on puppies, never had an issue, but some people do have little concerns about that. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to add a 1/2 cup of white vinegar. Okay. Now, if you want, say your dog does have dry skin, you can go ahead and use apple cider vinegar as well if your dog has a lot of, say, buildup. So we're going to pop that vinegar in there. The other nice thing about the Dawn detergent too is we're going to be using vinegar and water, which doesn't mix. So the Dawn detergent also acts as our emulsifier. So that's going to make the water and the vinegar be able to congeal together. So then the the last step that we do, I always like to kind of use this to wash out my thing, is we're going to be adding 2 cups of warm water. We use warm water because, again, it just helps kind of get everything to kind of bond together a little bit. So I'm just pouring that in there. So now we have our base. Now this is our base. You can go ahead and just use this like the way it is right now. That's A-okay. I've done this in the past and never had an issue. It's going to do what it's going to do because, again, like I said, the Dawn detergent's going to do the cleaning and the degreasing and breaking of the dirt. And the reason we use vinegar is because vinegar has a lot of antibacterial and deodorant properties to it. And so what it also does is it also helps add a little shine to the coat of the dog's fur. So that's why we're using the vinegar as well. So now let's say you have a dog that has dry skin, okay, which is very common for, say, bully breeds, your boxers, your bulldogs, your pit bulls, things like that. A lot of times, especially in the wintertime or allergy season, you'll see that their skin dries up. And so what you can do for that is if you want to take, if you can find glycerin in a store, you're going to probably be able to, you might be able to find it in a grocery store around you. You might be able to find it at a drugstore. I use glycerin a lot. I've noticed that they're not around in the stores anymore. And the best place to really find glycerin price-wise and availability is online. So I'm one that I use eBay, you can use Amazon, but you want to find food-grade glycerin and use that. And what the glycerin does is it helps seals in moisture, so your dog's not losing any moisture. And then the other thing that you can add for dry skin is 2 tablespoons of like an aloe vera gel, which you can find at your grocery store. You can also find it at the your local CVS or Walmart. And what you do is put 2 tablespoons of the aloe vera in. Now what that's going to do is obviously add some moisture. So we're going to be adding some moisture to the dry skin. It helps with the skin, it helps with the hair. And then the glycerin will actually help as a moisturizer, and it seals that moisture in so that later in time that they don't lose that moisture. If you want to say do what I'm going to be doing, I'm making this actually for my nephew. He's got Mookie here, which is an older dog, and then he's got the puppy as well. So Mookie being a little on the older side and being an Aussie, he's got kind of a slightly oily type kind of thin hair. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding 1 milliliter of some rosemary oil. The rosemary helps with dogs with older hair. It helps. The rosemary actually helps strengthen the hair. It helps with the hair follicles themselves, and it gives again it just helps strengthen that hair for older dogs who actually start to lose the hair or start to shed a little bit more. The other thing that I'm going to be adding is I'm going to be adding peppermint oil. You can go ahead with if you want to treat, say, for fleas or as a preventive for fleas and ticks. You can use scents like a lavender oil or a cedarwood oil or a peppermint or a sage oil. Those are 4 things that I like to use, or even mix them together. It's what I use for a natural flea or tick med. It's what I do have a video where I show you how to make a natural flea and tick med that you can spray on your dogs. So I put it in because what it does is that peppermint oil gets in, and the fleas and ticks don't like the scent of that peppermint or the cedarwood or the lavender. So I'm going to be putting in 1 milliliter of my peppermint oil, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So again, if you've got fleas and ticks, either you're going to want to use lavender, cedarwood, peppermint, sage, and for dogs with oily hair or older dogs, you can use 1 milliliter of rosemary and tea tree. If you've never used a essential oil around your dog, or you've got a smaller dog, you may want to use a little bit less. Try it out, see how they react to it. Just don't go overloading on the essential oils, because a lot of times, depending on the essential oil that you use or where you get it from, can actually, the scent can eventually, if it's too strong, can actually bother your dog. So be careful with that. So now we have our natural shampoo for our dogs, and hopefully you guys learned a little bit today. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop me a comment down below. I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. Any comments or any other videos you guys would like to see, again, do me a favor, drop some comments down in the comment box, and I'll look to either making a video for you or doing another one, or answering your questions as best as possible. But until then, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you guys hit that like button. I hope you guys share this video with your loved ones and your friends on your different feeds, as well as subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm looking to boost my subscribers, and so do me a favor and hit that subscribe button as well. And until the next video, which hopefully I think will be the conditioner. Like I said, I've got it. I'm testing it. I've got a few girls testing it as well. So give me a week or so and see how that goes, and see if it worked with the recipe that I came up with. So stay tuned for that video, and until then, be beautiful, be awesome.